Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have the EZA for Blue KAIOKEN Goku here. Seems like he is going to be a very interesting release, that is definitely for sure. Now this guy's EZA, he is weak to accelerated battle, high-speed combat, whatever you want to call the category. I think that this actually should be a pretty easy category for most people to be able to do. So again, we want to use accelerated battle here. Goku nullifies the damage, or I guess that's 80% damage reduction against Super AGL, Super Tech, Super Int, Super STR, and Super Physical. So you don't want to use super characters, they're not going to do damage. And then Extreme Int and Extreme Physical. Goku also has the 80% damage reduction against. So that leaves us with this. This is essentially the roster of characters that we want to use here. And there's decent options. I mean, a lot of these characters are, years old. The Rosés have been around for a while. EGL Middle Cooler's been around for a huge amount of time. LR Graded Vegeta, of course, is a Yellow Coin LR from 2022. But he's now a year old as well, right? So I think that this should be a pretty decent sort of EZA for a lot of people to be able to do. Like, I don't think that this will be too tricky, right? I don't think that this Goku is going to be that difficult where people can't do this or anything like that. And then that can lead us to this. This is where Hearts, I think, can actually shine. He can be very good in this type of environment. With his guard and his support, Hearts, I think, can be a decent option. I do see a lot of usability for Hearts. Among the new summonable characters for Dragon Ball Heroes that came out, Hearts also links decently with the LR Hit and God Goku. But among the new summonable characters that came out, which is what? Golden Metal Cooler, the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Hearts, and then Dark Janemba. Of the 5 of them, Hearts, I think his kit is most suited to him actually being helpful in content across the game. Whereas, like, the shitty Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s, they're just restricted to the dog shit Heroes team, which sucks, right? So that's kind of a thing. So you do want to sort of keep that in mind, right? So Hearts, I think, will be able to perform pretty decently in here. Remember that Hearts is also supporting. He gives 1 key and 30% attack and defense. This is actually going to be an opportunity to use Hit and God Goku. I have not really been using Hit or God Goku much. And of course, the reason for that is that Tournament of Power is completely dead, which I guess can take us into our next discussion, which is about Blue KAIOKEN, right? Now, I guess I'll save a lot of my important thoughts about Blue KAIOKEN until we actually get into, like, sort of like the showcase and stuff like that. I think today is going to be a day of Blue KAIOKEN because I feel like what he's able to do is actually going to be a lot more impactful than the Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku. Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku probably doesn't have enough defense to be super competitive. I think that the Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, like, if you're going up against a tough STR boss, I think he'll be great, but he's too reliant still on Super Saiyan category enemies. I feel like they didn't make him strong enough besides just, with Super Saiyan category enemies. That was the mistake that they did for that Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku. So we'll focus on Blue KAIOKEN Goku first, right? He is definitely good. There's no way around that, right? Like, you guys know, I would be so fast on here to bury him. I hate him. Because most of these offensive type units, I'm not the biggest fan of. I feel like a more consistent, better play style is more so like defensive-oriented characters, right? A lot of these crazy offensive setups, like something with Pan, for example. I think Pan is probably a better example than even this Blue KAIOKEN Goku's EZA now. We'll get into him, don't worry. But Pan, right, it's like she can look insanely explosive and insanely impressive, but just the way her design works, it's like you're dying 5 times, and then you're having 5 times where Pan is like, oh my god, she's so good. Whereas if you just go in them with a defensive setup, you're going to be cooling most of the time, right? Like, it's like when Vegeta and Trunks came out, right, just sort of running mostly a defensive setup at the time, and it's like crushing these red zone stages the way we just didn't do before. A lot of people also don't realize like, the way the game moves, right? Like, back when, I don't know, Ginyu first came out, I feel like it was super impressive to just sort of, like, sweep a lot of these red zone stages with him. Because a lot of people didn't realize how good Ginyu was right away, right? And there weren't really characters who were able to do that well. There weren't really characters that were able to do that well in those red zone stages. But now, after a year of very powerful releases, what happened is just pretty much any team can sweep these red zone stages because we have full teams of really good characters who have come out in 2022 and 2023, right? Whereas, in February, March, April, May, we didn't have teams and teams and teams of characters who could compete with those red zone stages. Now, I would argue I think it's good that Dokkan did not copy that same thing they did last year with the insanely godly power creep. I don't think it would be healthy for them to do that every single year, right? There's no way. I thought it was very acceptable last year. They increased leader skills after years, and then they made content to match it. I thought it was perfect. This year, they don't need to do that, though. That doesn't need to be a thing that happens every single year. Let's expand upon the 200% leader skill meta, and then, the game will keep going, and then we could, jump into, higher leader skills or something like that later on, right? But getting to the point that I keep dancing around, Universal Survival Saga sucks right now. And Blue Kaioken Goku does need even not Universal Survival Saga allies to be super crazy, but he needs reps of Universe 7 allies. I guess to be fair, he does only need a Universal Survival Saga ally, I guess, or enemy, in the same turn to be guarding, which is what makes, and give him an additional, which makes him really rather intriguing of a character, right? Because once you start putting guard on characters, it can be pretty good. And keep in mind that right now, difficult content in this game is geared more so... Yeah, this is fine. Difficult content in this game right now is geared more so around short content, right? Like, we don't have the equivalent of, like, the Legendary Goku event right now, super long. Like, the longest fight is, what, Red Zone Broly, Red Zone Omega? Like, maybe, like, we could say, like, Red Zone Freeze or one of those fights, but, like, the major difficult content stages are not super mega long like that. So, even though Universal Survival Saga and Reps Universe 7 are really bad, I think Blue Kaioken Goku, you can make builds where he can go, I think, pretty crazy. I do think so. We'll see how it's going to go. One thing that's actually going to be a pain in the ass for doing showcases today is the fact that I feel like Bardock's team is the team I probably want to run him on. What 200% does this guy have? He's on Power of Wishes. He's not on... Wait, what is... Hold on, let me take a look at the... What is the 200% for the... He is. Okay, Blue Kaioken Goku is on the 200% for GT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. But I don't know if enough UI Gokus are not on there, unfortunately. Just sort of looking at what teams I might decide to run, right? Because we have to bring these Reps Universe 7 allies, and it's like a lot of them are not super good. You can get away with the UI Gokus if you're lucky because they're dodge characters, right? And like, the AGL Evolution Blue Vegeta is still a fairly solid character. But like, there's definitely better we could do. Because STR UI Goku is not on Battle of Fate. Even in Evolution Blue Vegeta's not. Yeah, Evolution Blue Vegeta is not on Battle of Fate, so... Battle of Fate, probably... We're probably not going to showcase it. Wait, what team am I going to do? I do like to do 200%. We could run them on the Gods team. What do they do? Movie Hero and Power Beyond Super Saiyan? The problem is that the UI Gokus are not on the Gods team. Yeah, that's an issue. We could run them on... Oh my god, do I want to run him on the Resurrection F Blues? Not really. He's on that 200% team. Oh my god, would that be terrible? I might be good on that. Oh, the superhero team. Yeah, superheroes. He's probably on, Gohan's, right? Yeah. I'll probably run LRB's Gohan's team. That probably would be the team I'm going to run this Blue Kaioken on. Because I'm not going to be... Tech Bardock would be great, but we're not going to be able to find Tech Bardock friends, unfortunately. It's just not going to happen, right? Tech Bardock is not exactly... He's just not on the friend list. And after people botted, I guess a lot of reroll accounts to summon on the 8th anniversary, the friend system is, like, screwed up again. So, rare characters like Yamcha, Bardock, Pan, they're not easy to find anymore. Before 8th anniversary and all these botted accounts showed up, it was not hard. I could do Bardock in all these showcases and stuff like that, but can't use them anymore because people are assholes. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that. I'm probably going to run him because on the all the UI Gokus and Evolution Blue Vegeta, stuff like that, they're all on Superhero. So I probably will do that. Goku is on Gohan's leader skill. Is he on Piccolo's as well? Because Piccolo is a bond of Master and Disciple. He is on Piccolo's. Yeah. Blue Kaioken, he's on the 200% for both Piccolo and Gohan. That's a pretty substantial buff for that team, that superhero team. Oh boy, is it ever. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to be cooking, I think, on that superhero team. So we can run either, Piccolo, or we'll be able to run Ultimate Gohan. Preferably, I might want to run Bardock. But regardless, we would just want to get a lot of these UI Gokus and maybe Evolution Blue Vegeta, depending upon the fight. Right, like Evolution Blue Vegeta, I think would be good against like Omega, right? Because it's like he would probably be, as long as he transformed, he'd be able to tank, right? We know where the super attack is. Wouldn't really need to be anything too crazy. But against something like the Metal Cooler Core, certainly we want to bring 3 UI Gokus, right? This is what helps Blue Kaioken right now, right? Is that most characters in the game can't really tank anyway. So it's like we're gonna bring, these UI Gokus, where it's like if a super attack would be aimed at them, at least they can dodge it, whereas most characters just die anyway, right? So, alright, there we go. We got Blue Kaioken Goku all the way up. I will go ahead and drop the showcase for him very soon. Let me know what you guys think of him. I actually think very highly of him. I think there's a very good chance. I actually would put him as the #1 EZA TUR. The way content is designed right now is in his favor. It just is. The way the game is structured at the current moment, this character is able to just bully it, right? Like, we'll see how content might evolve or what characters might come out, but I think as things currently stand, this guy probably is better than Cooler, Gogeta, Buhan, all these guys, so we will see, right? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.